Bad guy out of all of this.
Who's the bad guy? I don't think there's a bad guy.
No, yes it is. Yeah, Vlad, let's talk about it.
I think Meech is the one that made a mistake.
No.
No? You think 50?
No.
Lil Meech.
No.
Who am I forgetting now?
Rick Ross knew perfectly damn well what he was doing and what that would lead to.
I'm doing right now. My shoulder broke, but we still getting to the money. We still count paper. This ain't a pump and dump, baby.
Rick Ross just pulled off one of the wildest hustles ever on Big Meech. And now folks say Meech stepped to him. 50 Cent out here clowning hard. But here's the twist, everybody saw this play coming except Meech himself. The internet eating this up like it's the season finale of the hottest reality show. But for real, what did Meech think was gonna happen messing with somebody who used to be in law enforcement? Let's dive deeper into this mess.
Rick Ross knew perfectly damn well what he was doing and what that would lead to.
Ever since Rick Ross threw him under the bus, 50 Cent been dropping heavy subliminals about Big Meech and Lil Meech all over social media. But the wildest part, soon as Big Meech got out of prison a few months back, he out here chilling with Rick Ross like that, man, his personal savior. Knowing Rose been beefing with 50 for years, Meech still chose to roll with Ross instead of keeping his distance and showing love to the dude who kept it solid with him. Big Meech cheesing in pics with Rose, acting like Ross been holding him down for the last 20 years, had to feel like a stab in 50's chest, even if he ain't expect Meech to treat Ross like a sworn op. And while Lil Meech out here talking about real power just to poke at 50, Big Meech twisting the blade even more by linking up with Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, Meech's name might have made 50 million, but at least 50 built something out of it. Outside of playing Meech like a chess piece, what else Ross do? He moves slick hunting Clout, soaking up all the attention, feeding his ego, knowing this whole thing was gonna blow up into pure drama. And when the heat started rising, before folks could even process it, Ross already slipping out the back.
I'm doing right now. My shoulder broke, but we still getting to the money. We still count paper. This ain't a pump and dump, baby.
People think Ross kept Big Meech at arm's length. Cause of that shoulder injury, nah, that was just a cover so he ain't gotta face his fans. Dude flipped the script and ran the same folks with his boss token crypto play. After the way he burned everybody who trusted him with their bread, the internet started calling him Ruggy Ross. And don't forget, he just so happened to catch that busted shoulder days after he lied to Big Meech and got put on blast. So yeah, safe to say he hit the ground hard for real. Thing is, Ross quietly sold off most of them tokens, kept like 2 just to flip the cash into his real estate moves. If Ross hadn't been blocking his lane, Big Meech might have been making a real comeback in the game. But instead, Meech kept making bad calls. And Lil Meech, now folks clowning Big Meech over how quick that so-called friendship with Ross crashed. One of the loudest voices talking is Michael Rainey Jr., who came out straight saying that he does not feel sorry for Lil Meech or Big Meech because they are both grown men who should have anticipated this, and 50 was doubled down on it on a corner of the internet.
Do I feel bad for Lil Meech? I don't feel bad for no grown man on this planet. Like, I'm a grown man. Why the fuck I gotta feel bad for another grown man? Like, you a grown man too, nigga. You asking for my sympathy for, nigga. You be alright. Oh, yeah, nigga.
Everybody already know 50 Cent don't play when it comes to his personal beefs. DJ Vlad even co-signed, saying 50 the last dude you want to go toe-to-toe with, cause he'll tear the whole thing down just to make his point.
Burn it all down. If you piss him off. His own sometimes too. You know, he'll cancel BMF to prove a point. Regardless of how much money he makes.
Rick Ross done left folks stranded before Big Meech ain't the first. He pulled the same stunt on his own crew, leaving them to get jumped up in Canada, then slid back talking about he was testing their strength. That's a cold move, but truth is, Ross been moving like that from the jump. He saw this whole thing playing out early, especially when Wack 100 called him out as the real villain in this drama with 50 and Big Meech.
Bad guy out of all of this.
Who's the bad guy? I don't think there's a bad guy.
No, yes it is. Yeah, Vlad, let's talk about it.
I think Meech is the one that made a mistake.
No.
No? You think 50?
No.
Lil Meech.
No.
Who am I forgetting now?
Rick Ross knew perfectly damn well what he was doing and what that would lead to.
Big Meech never really had a real friend in Ross from the jump. Ross knew exactly what move he was pulling. He gassed Meech up, talking about helping him stack bread, setting him up right while showing him off like they was tight and low-key, turning him against 50th. But in the end, it was all just talk. Whack 100 wasn't capping. If Ross truly wanted Meech back on his feet, he'd have kept their business on the low. Instead, he out here throwing shots at 50 and running his mouth, knowing he was never going to lock down the rights to the BMF series. Now Ross dead silent on Meech, and all that hype gone. Ross only pushing what's gonna line his own pockets, and Meech ain't part of that plan no more. Word on the street, Ross the real reason Meech's welcome home benefit got canceled, but he had everybody thinking it was 50. Truth is, Ross ain't want Meech making a strong comeback and eating off that event. He wanted him sitting in the cut while he played good cop in public. Like when 50 posted something then pulled it down, I had nothing to do with this. Please stop calling my phone. I sincerely hope you have a nice day today. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm stronger than you think I am. A lot of folks ain't think Ross was really built like that, but now it all add up. That whole BMF track he dropped had Big Meech thinking Ross was riding for him. I guess I'm Big Meech. But what if being Big Meech was Ross's real goal all along? Think about it, Ross got a long record of using other people's names to boost his brand, especially if they heavyweights in the streets. That ain't even up for debate. His whole rap persona came from the real Rick Ross, a major figure who was locked up at the time, and when the real Ross came home, he called him out and even tried to sue him over it.
Feel about the rapper Rick Ross having the same name?
Well, the fact that he stole my name, not that we had the same name, he actually stole my whole story, my identity, the whole thing. You know, he built his career off of my legacy.
All this went down back in 2005, and by 2010, the real Rick Ross, the one who ran a massive operation in the 80s, hit the rapper with a lawsuit for trademark infringement and identity theft. But in 2013, a judge sided with the rapper after Rose claimed he was lying and had made up the moniker. He then makes it look like he has his back by cuddling up to each of them as soon as he leaves. And this is just one more instance of what Larry Hoover was subjected to by Rick Ross in 2021. Larry Hoover, a real street legend, been another name Ross loved to drop in his tracks. While Hoover's still locked up, Ross was out here using his name to chase clout and stack bread, but never really put in work to help. Folks been dragging him for that, and rightfully so. Truth be told, when a dude could flip on you anytime, it's no surprise 50 Cent been saying he never respected Ross as a man.
Career that you have any respect for?
No, there's nothing there. I never wanted to work with him.
Let's just say 50 probably smiling ear to ear watching all this chaos, cause he ain't even have to lift a finger before it all went left. Man out here working on new moves, stacking paperwork every day while Big Meech and Lil Meech supposedly begging for a break, bouncing from celeb to celeb just to stay afloat. And on top of that, Ross was out here calling 50 broke, clowning him for not getting the loan to start his own film company. But to Ross's surprise, that loan got cleared just days ago. Now he see firsthand 50 really that dude nobody want to cross. Crazy thing is, Ross was just bragging about buying 50's masters a few weeks back. Now fans swear he's somewhere punching the air. Looking back, that flex sounds straight up ridiculous.
I'll buy your masters. You ready? I will buy your masters.
Even though it's pretty much too late for 50 to step in and save Big Meech now or pull Lil Meech back in, it's clear some lessons got learned. Zip with the drip, who been saying from the jump that 50 was keeping it real about Big Meech, had plenty to say on the whole situation. He said that things would become more complicated eventually, and that Rick Ross would eventually fire Big Meech. And here we are in this predicament. Many fans have been discussing this whole incident, and the majority of them believe that Meech is done with the industry because his one chance for a comeback was ruined. But truth be told, it's the total opposite, which is exactly why this user came out and said, "Let me get this straight, a former corrections officer flip-flopping on somebody who was in prison who could have seen that coming, and then a two-faced dude getting done over by another two-faced dude. There's a word for that, it's called karma. For real, this karma came fresh out the oven." But I want to know what y'all think about the whole situation. You think Big Meech plotting his payback on Rick Ross? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you rockin' with this video, hit that notification bell so you don't miss none of these wild updates.